Godolkin University, where midterms involve murder, dorm parties come with body counts, and Vought student handbook probably includes the words cover up and corporate spin. But this time the chaos is different, heavier, darker, and more eerily controlled. Because after the Boys Season 4 finale, one thing became terrifyingly clear. Homelander didn't just win, he took over. And Gen V Season 2? It's the first true glimpse of what that victory looks like. This isn't just another semester of hormone-charged super teams learning to control their powers. It's the first chapter in a world completely under Homelander's thumb. The question isn't whether Vought will control the narrative anymore. It's whether there's anyone left who can even challenge it. The campus feels different now from the very first frame. You feel it, that eerie corporate calm that follows a massacre. The once chaotic halls of Godolkin now buzz with Vought-approved messaging. The posters that used to advertise soup parties now display Homelander's grin, stamped with the slogan, "A brighter tomorrow." Gone are the whispers about the woods or Dean Shetty's virus. In their place, PR-approved lies. Marie Moreau and her friends, the ones who tried to save lives, have been erased from the school's history, literally. A few new faces have replaced them on the Hall of Heroes wall, while Kate and Sam, the actual perpetrators of the massacre, are being paraded as patriotic icons. This is Vought's America now. Truth doesn't exist unless it serves the brand. But beneath the propaganda lies a terrifying tension. Godolkin has become a proving ground, not for education, but for loyalty. Students aren't competing for fame anymore. They're competing for survival in a system that rewards obedience and punishes dissent. It's no longer about who's the strongest soup. It's about who worships Homelander the loudest. Marie Moreau's return, and the cost of survival Marie's story, picks up where the last season left off. Trapped, disoriented, and completely cut off from the outside world. The last time we saw her, she and her friends had been declared enemies of the state after trying to stop the riot that Kate and Sam unleashed. Now they're prisoners of Vought, or as the company would call them, students under observation. Marie's power has always been her curse. The ability to control blood, her own or anyone else's, makes her both healer and weapon, savior and monster. But in this new world, it's her potential that scares Vought. She's the first known soup whose powers can bypass V-induced invulnerability, a walking antidote to the very substance that created gods like Homelander. And Homelander knows it. If there's one thing Vought fears more than exposure, it's the possibility that one of their creations could unmake them. Marie represents that nightmare, which is why Season 2 leans heavily into her transformation, not just as a survivor, but as something even more dangerous. A symbol. Throughout the season, Marie is torn between her desire to do good and her growing rage at being manipulated. The trauma from losing her parents, being used as a propaganda pawn, and being blamed for saving lives finally curdles into something new, purpose. You can feel it in her scenes, the stillness, the control, the way she bleeds enemies without blinking. She's not reacting anymore, she's calculating. Vought may have locked her away, but they've also unintentionally created their greatest threat. A soupe who knows how to weaponize pain. Kate and Sam, the puppet heroes of Homelander's regime, Kate Dunlap and Sam Riordan, the new faces of Godolkin, are proof that Vought can spin anything. Murder hundreds of people? No problem. Just slap a patriotic filter on it. Kate, whose powers of mind control once made her the most morally conflicted character on campus, is now a walking symbol of heroic duty. She's been reprogrammed, not mentally, but ideologically. Every interview, every appearance, every tearful speech about protecting America from the inside is part of a script written by Vought's PR machine. And Sam? He's the perfect toy soldier. The trauma of his time in the woods has left him unstable, but also malleable. When you tell someone like Sam that the world fears them, they'll lash out. But when you tell them the world needs them, they'll obey. Together, they've become the face of Homelander's new youth movement, a generation of soupes who believe they're not just better than humans, but destined to rule them. Kate and Sam are proof that you don't have to control people's minds to enslave them, you just have to rewrite the story. The boys shadow over Gen V. Even though the boys aren't physically present in Season 2, at least not yet, their influence is everywhere. Billy Butcher's underground campaign against Vought has become something of an urban legend among the students. Some whisper that he's dead, others say he's recruiting new blood, literally. In one cryptic moment, a new character, a Godolkin grad named Marcus, is seen smuggling out a vial of something labeled V Variant B. Fans have theorized that this could be Butcher's next weapon, a modified version of the Soupe virus first developed by Dean Shetty. And if that's true, Marie's blood might be the key ingredient. Because remember, Marie's powers don't come from strength or speed. They come from connection, the ability to tap into the life force of anyone around her. If the boys are looking for a way to take down Homelander once and for all, Marie isn't just a target. She's the missing piece. The Homelander's presence in Gen V Season 2 is haunting, even when he's not on screen. His takeover of America has turned him into a godlike figure, worshipped on TV and feared in the streets. His speeches play in classrooms. His image is projected in holograms across campus. He's not a man anymore. He's a religion. What's terrifying is how normal it's all starting to feel. No one questions the propaganda. No one pushes back. Even professors are indoctrinated, teaching courses like The Ethics of Power, Why Some Are Born to Lead. But the real horror isn't in the brainwashing. It's in the silence. The students who remember what really happened, who saw Homelander burn innocent people alive, are too scared to speak. They know what happens to dissenters. And that's the genius of Homelander's rule. He doesn't need to kill everyone, just enough to make the rest fall in line. The Cypher conspiracy and the hidden war. Midway through the season, Gen V introduces a mysterious new figure, Cypher. Officially, he's a Vought data scientist brought in to improve campus security. Unofficially, he's the embodiment of Vought's new surveillance state. Cypher doesn't need brute force to control people. His power lies in information. He can read, erase, and rewrite memories like they're files in a computer. He sees everything, remembers everything, and edits reality in real time. And he's got his eyes on Marie. Cypher's goal isn't just to contain Marie, it's to perfect her. Through a twisted mentorship dynamic, he starts training her to enhance her control over blood at the cellular level. Under his guidance, Marie learns she can do more than just manipulate blood. She can purify or corrupt it. She becomes capable of turning a Soupe's compound V against them, essentially reversing their enhancements. It's the kind of ability that could dismantle Vought's empire overnight, which is exactly why Cypher is keeping it secret, even from Homelander. The real aftermath, a world reborn in fear. By the final episodes, the world of the boys and Gen V starts to merge again. Vought's PR machine is running at full capacity, feeding America a constant diet of hero worship and fear-mongering. But cracks are forming. Cities are dividing into zones, human-only areas, and super-controlled territories. Police forces have been replaced with Vought-sponsored peacekeepers. News anchors end every segment with, "Remember, trust your heroes." And through it all, Marie's small rebellion begins to take shape. Hidden in the shadows, she connects with underground networks of human sympathizers and rogue Soupes. Among them is a surprising ally, Jordan Lai, who now serves as the movement's strategist, using their dual forms to infiltrate both human and Soupe spaces. In one of the show's most chilling closing scenes, Marie looks directly at a hologram of Homelander addressing the nation and says, "You made us gods, and now you want us to pray?" The lights flicker and a drop of blood from her hand rises into the air, glowing faintly. It's the perfect metaphor for what Gen V Season 2 becomes, a slow, inevitable uprising against a divine tyranny. What it means for the boys' universe, when you zoom out, Gen V isn't just a spin-off anymore. It's the connective tissue holding the boys' universe together. Season 2 proves that the lines between shows are blurring, ideologically, politically, and literally. Marie Moreau's evolution mirrors Billy Butcher's descent. Both are driven by trauma, both walk the line between vengeance and justice, and both know that stopping Homelander might mean becoming a monster themselves. But here's the bigger twist. The weapon that finally destroys Homelander won't come from science. It'll come from biology. From Marie's blood, her trauma, and her ability to rewrite what Vought built. Because if Compound V gave the world gods, then Marie might be the first to show how to kill one. The quiet revolution. By the end of Season 2, the revolution hasn't started yet, but the silence before it is deafening. Godolkin is a pressure cooker. Homelander's face is everywhere. Kate and Sam are Vought's shining stars. And somewhere in a sealed bunker, Marie's heartbeat echoes like a countdown. You can feel it, that slow build toward rebellion, the sense that the next phase of the boys' universe won't be fought with guns or viruses, but with something more intimate: memory, blood, and truth. Because if the boys taught us anything, it's that power corrupts. But Gen V Season 2 is showing us something even scarier. Power remembers. And Marie Moreau? She's about to remind the world why that should terrify everyone.